There are lots of hot rodders and great car builders out there, but not many can compare to Dave Kindig, a name that is almost synonymous with custom car innovation, thanks to his exceptional work at Kindig-It Designs. While Dave's jaw-dropping car builds have captivated fellow gearheads and car enthusiasts around the world, there is a lot more about him than the hot rod builds you see on the screen. Behind the scenes, Dave has a lesser-known story that even his diehard fans might not know. Let's dive into what you didn't know about the man whose whole vision has redefined the auto industry. When you're talking about a man with an indescribable passion for cars, it's only normal to want to know about his childhood and how his passion for hot rods came to be. Well, Dave's journey into the auto industry dates far back before he even stepped foot into a car workshop. As a native of Salt Lake City, Utah, Dave developed a deep passion for cars from an early age. He would spend countless hours drawing, exploring and dreaming bugs and insects as a child before transitioning into custom designs. Dave's transition was solely because he knew he couldn't build and design insects the way he could modify cars, so he shifted gears. As a kid, he loved Legos and Hot Wheel cars. He would chop and modify Legos to make a car design out of it, and that was what he needed to hone his skills since he didn't have an educational background. But even with his lack of education, his love for autos only got bigger, which fueled his passion to be a self-taught designer and fabricator. Dave credits his childhood passion and curiosity to pushing him to learn about autos. But as you know, having a passion for autos is entirely different from owning a restoration shop, as the latter requires adequate training. So Dave got a job at High Performance Coating, where he learned a huge deal about the restoration business. His relentless drive to innovate would later pave the way for the foundation of his future career, making him turn his childhood passion into a thriving business that would make him a household name in the world of hot rods. Having honed his skills and getting adequate knowledge about restoration, Dave, being a savvy businessman, holds a personal grudge against working week in, week out, so he quit his job at HPC to kickstart Kindig-It Designs. While many know Kindig-It Designs for their excellent builds, not many know the story behind it, and as a matter of fact, Dave founded it with just $4,800 in 1991, a modest start that would eventually be the beginning of a remarkable journey. At first, the newly established business operated out of a sublet, a 4,500 square foot workspace, which is quite small, but it was just enough to get the job done and etch his name on the sand of time. And as the saying goes, when you're good, you're good. Dave is so good at what he does that even his limited resources couldn't hinder his growth. His passion for cars and eye for design and aesthetics set him aside for his counterparts. With nothing to his name but a garage worth less than $5,000, Dave focused on creating unique and high-quality custom builds that soon caught the attention of car enthusiasts around the world. With the newly found fame, Dave's garage gained more popularity, which transformed into more clients, and with more clients, its reputation as a reliable garage began to grow. Over the years, what started as a personal grudge against a rat race job grew to become one of Utah's must-go-to restoration garages. Eventually, Kindig-It Designs garage experienced a surge in patronage that has never been seen before, and with this, Dave knew it was the right time for him to expand his business. Having made a name for himself locally, Dave took the big leap by getting another workspace, but this time, it was a massive 27,000 square foot garage. With his new space, Dave unleashed his creativity by taking on larger projects, hiring a competent, skilled team that supported and complemented his brilliance and vision. Additionally, the new garage also made it possible for him to bring in advanced equipment that made his job faster and enhanced the services he rendered. Today, Kindig-It Designs garage stand as a result of passion and hard work, evolving from drawing bugs to Legos and then to cars. But that's not all. Dave took his Kindig-It Design to an international level. Working at a local level for years, Dave, who has a knack for acting, knew his time to go beyond Utah is just around the corner. Of course, he has had the chance to feature in some car show episodes, but he's never had a show dedicated to himself. At that time, Dave's garage had grown and started making money, so it was only normal to shift focus to marketing, and that was exactly what he did. The team put on a media blitz for one of the projects, and somehow the little effort caught the right attention of show producers producers at Velocity TV, now known as Motor Trend Network. The show producers then reached out to the management team at Kindig-It Designs to ask for a 5-minute reel just to know how they work and the state of the garage. Dave, who was waiting for the right moment to go international, took no chances to deliver the right sample video, and boom, it hit the right spot on the producers and got them a yes without hesitation. With that, Kindig Custom was born, and without a single doubt, it was arguably the most popular series featured on Motor Trend Network. As opposed to what many know, what made the show stand out wasn't the build. I mean, there is that, of course, but Dave has been killing it since 1999, and he is damn good at his job. What really made the show bang was that right before he signed the deal with Motor Trend, he made sure to iron out some important things so as not to lose relevance like other car shows. In the contract, Dave specified that the producers will have to understand that the cars they build aren't for the TV shows, but rather for their high-esteemed customers, so he won't rush any of his projects just because of views and ratings. The producers agreed to his demands to act like a fly on the wall. They only go to the garage to only capture the process of production and reel out the final result, and this was what set the show apart from other TV car shows. While fans enjoy the content Dave and his team dish out daily to entertain and educate them, quite a lot was going on behind the scenes. There is the tight deadline and shortage of supplies saga, but what seems out of the norm was the lawsuits. Speaking of lawsuits, many know of how Kindig-It Designs took Michigan-based Creative Controls to court in 2015, claiming the company allegedly stole their patent products, and how Creative Controls countersued, claiming the court they were summoned to had no jurisdiction in Michigan where they were based. The case moved back and forth until it was eventually resolved in 2016, with no parties proven guilty. However, not many know that Kindig-It Designs was in court again in 2022, but this time around, they were the one being sued by a group of chiropractic and wellness professionals over allegations of breach of contract related to a '74 Dodge Charger project. So, the backstory was in 2019 when Kindig-It Designs took on a 1974 Dodge Charger rebuild commissioned by a team of over 30 chiropractors and wellness professionals from across the country. Before the project commenced, the group made a huge deposit of over $230,000 out of the $670,000 agreed on, but over the next 2 years, the rebuild experienced several delays and setbacks, which led to a lawsuit. The group alleged that Dave misrepresented his team's ability to complete the project and also fraudulently kept collecting payments, which amounted to over 50% of what they agreed on. In court, the group seeks a full repayment of the deposits they've made with additional funds for damages. Dave, on the other hand, denied any wrongdoing, attributing the breach of contract to factors beyond the team's control. Despite Dave's defense, the group refused to settle out of court, and when the media outlets got this information, the internet went wild. To add fuel to the fire, some other clients also filed lawsuits in response to the internet's wild reaction. From the numerous lawsuits, allegations that Dave and his team are extremely poor in communication, doesn't refund deposits if they breach agreement, and their nonchalant attitude towards projects made the headlines. Truly, no one is infallible. Dave has had his good moments, and bad moments like this shouldn't define him. Hopefully, he reaches a common ground with the group and other affected clients.